Okay, everyone. So let's start the session. And today we'll discuss another important topic, that is NetPad translation. If you remember in the beginning, we discussed during the IP version 4 and types. There we discuss about problems, that lack of IP version 4 address. So we have temporary solution NetPad. And on that time, I told you that we'll discuss according the right time. So once you have proper idea about routing each other connectivity, okay, and including ACL, now you are ready to manage local network easily. Okay. So now let's talk about external communication. So understand, whatever this private network we have here, we'll continue yesterday topology only, because that we create all the things together. Okay. It's not like separately in your topology do the routing, then there is a different topology do the ACL. In real scenario, everything working together. ACL also there. What we are going to learn, network also there. Routing also there. Maybe different kind of routing also there. One side RIP, one side EIGRP, or one side static. Getting it? So these all things will be together. So here already we are running what? Routing. Okay. And also we are running ACLs. And now let's do this router as a main target, because this is the router is edge router, responsible for internal and external communication. Okay. But what is the core concept for this topic? That this private IP not able to communicate in public. This is what public network. So public IP is what already decided by what Ccna, that institution, if you remember, who decide the numbering and sequence and range and everything. In that, according different country, they decided different range. Then from that one range of the one country, they will decide different state-wise different range. And then state level ISP will give one separate range to the different ISP of district-wise. So whatever the public IP, they are able to communicate each other. Okay. But this private IP is what? Anywhere available. And that's why it is not allowed to travel in the public, because it is only unique in local. Publicly, it is not unique. If you remember, when we discussed the three different main points about private IP and public IP, what is there? Private IP free of cost, we don't need to pay the money. Public IP, we need to pay the money, charge according to the internet use case. Private IP managed by admin. Anytime anyone can change. Public IP managed by ISP. We can't change. We need to depend on the ISP. Okay, private IP allow us to use the only local connectivity, not the internet. Public IP, we can use internet. So one common reason is what? This private IP intentionally created that with the one public IP, we can use all internal user internet. That is what? A benefit, or you can say solution, temporary for lacking of IP address. Getting it? Everyone able to understand? Sometimes also people talk like a security. Sir, private IP we are using for security reason, that our IP no one can know. But that is not the main reason. Why? Let's say you want to use here public IP directly. It is possible that your computer LAN port have a public IP? No. Nowadays, what? Even at your home, let's say even you have one mobile or one laptop and you want to use internet. And if you purchase the internet, broadband, that cable directly connect to your laptop? No. They are giving one router. Router having public IP, and then router giving you private IP. So it is the process to go in the internet. Getting my point? It is a compulsory sequence that you are internally connected with private IP. Then when you want to go outside, this router responsible that your private IP convert in the public. So it is not because of security. It is a process you need to follow. Getting it? Suppose if I talk about little older things, then we are receiving internet via LAN cable. Nowadays, fiber. So on that time, it is possible that LAN cable directly you attach in your computer. But that is also what not scalable. It is only using for that one computer. If in your house you have one computer, someone have laptop, someone have mobile, and if you want to use wireless, not possible. If cable directly attached on the computer, but possible previously. Now that also not possible because we are getting fiber cable. Anyone have confusion, doubt, then ask. Hmm? Hmm? Wildcard mark. Huh? Both. Subnet mask use what? Identify network bit from the IP. For that you want to use subnet mask, your choice. Wildcard mask, your choice. Yes. No. EIGRP, OSPF we require. OSPF compulsory, EIGRP depend on the network. Okay. But wildcard mask, subnet mask concept don't attach with the classful class. Classful classless will be IP, not the subnet mask, not the wildcard mask. That is not a classful class. Getting it? Both we have. That I'm talking now. Subnet mask don't attach with the private, classful classless. Private IP also what? We need to check the network. So we require subnet mask. Public IP we need to check network, yes. If you want to check the network and connectivity, subnet mask required. Subnet mask will be decide that other IP who want to communicate with me is that in the same network with my IP or different network. How it will check? Subnet mask or wildcard. Getting it? Default gateway to communicate different network. If you want to communicate same network, then we need to just check that it is the same network or not. That is what checked by subnet mask. If I want to communicate different network, then no meaning to match subnet mask. On that time, default gateway. Okay, but no relation with classful, classless, or private public. It's just a one network or multi-network. One network, same network, communication. Subnet mask will check the network bit. Different network, no need to check subnet mask because it is already different network. Then default gateway to go outside. Now multiple private network and default gateway or multiple public network and default gateway, whatever. Anyone, any confusion? Okay. So now, first of all, what I want, this all communication that is already ready from previous topology, means yesterday class. These all are able to communicate each other. And there are one ACL running for PC2. And that also only for ping or telnet. Telnet. Telnet is blocked, ping still allowed. Right? Now what I want, that if these all want to communicate outside, then what? This router will change their private IP into public. So first of all, let me create public topology. In real scenario, that is not in our hand. I don't know how my computer or router connect to Google, but I just know it is connected. If I have internet, I can reach Google. So let's focus on this router and this side, 0/1 interface. Enable, configure terminal, interface, gigabit 0/1. Here I'm going to configure public IP. And in there also, I hope you remember what I told you yesterday, that in real scenario, /28, 29, 30 possible. Not this kind of big network that 250 different client having a same network and they can communicate. All are separate. Getting it? Let's say your mobile started internet from SIM card, not the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi then again local network same, but SIM card. And other mobile also have internet. Both will know each other IP. You are able to communicate? Think. You can do direct WhatsApp. That is common internet required. Same network, IP don't know, whatever. You want to use YouTube. Normal internet required. Whatever IP doesn't matter. Getting a point? The same way, let's say two different company, not a different branch, two different company are connected to internet. It not means that they both are connected. They both are separate and separately using internet. Otherwise, no privacy. Anyone can access any company data. Able to understand real scenario? So for that, as much as possible, small network. And best option is what? /30. Only two IP remain, one ISP, one your device. That means it is your dedicatedly separate network. Getting it? So I use this IP 50, 50, 50, 50 for this router. And let's say here I'm going to use 100. 50, 50, 50, 100. So that is what my router default gateway, or you can say default routing. In real scenario also, your router have a default routing. Remember, your router don't have all website list. How many website we have? Lakhs? No. Crore? No. Lots of more than crore. And what do you think? Your router have all that routing? No. Your router just have a default routing that anyone from the internal want to go to any website or any IP, I will forward here. Able to understand? So your edge router have a default routing. But this default routing only good solution if you have one internet connection. Nowadays, company using redundancy, backup, multiple internet. If one internet not working, then second will start. That is what? Redundancy. Okay. So on that time, you know that you can't configure default routing if you have multiple paths. On that time, BGP comes in the picture that you require in the Ccna. When you go for advanced, then external thing again possible. Right now, what I told you is a Ccna internal thing. So right now we'll use only default routing. So this router thing's done. Let's go here. So what I'm doing in this router, that is in real scenario, you no need to do. That is ISP router. But here just making a real scenario topology, I'm configure this. A demo environment, you can say. Sorry, 0/1. IP. This connection started. And as a real scenario, if you have idea, 1.1.1.1, this IP Cloudflare. This is official website where you can use this cloud for everything. So as a real scenario example, I will use this IP in my router. And then 8.8.8.8 Google. Okay. So these two real scenario example I will use here. But here obviously I will not connect, it's a software. So here I will use as a loopback, logical IP. Interface loopback 1. IP address 1.1.1.1. Single IP. Interface loopback 8. 8.8.8.8. And exit. If you check the final things, so you have this is your IP to provide internet to client. You are the ISP. This router is what? ISP. So this is the IP to provide internet to client, and this is you are reachable to other website. So this kind of connection you have in the ISP. Just save this. Now we are not going to do anything here in this router. In short, your router right now have reachability with the Google and with the Cloudflare. Right now only two as an example. So check from your router. This is the edge router. Are you able to ping? Yes, remember 1 series is public IP, 10 series is private. Don't count class A, that means private. Just a 10 series is private IP. This one is public IP. And 8888. That means this router have a internet. Now think again as a proper real scenario that ISP providing internet to you. Your router have a internet connection and your router also have internal connectivity. But still, your PC not able to reach internet. Why? Because internet don't know what is this IP. Try to check from the PC. You are getting replay from your default gateway. Your default gateway saying destination host unreachable. Means what? Your PC find a different network. Your network is 192.168. Your destination network is 111. Subnet mask not matching. Different network. So it will be looking for default gateway. Packet forward here. Now, is this router have reachability to 111? No. Yesterday, what we configure? Static routing for this and this network. So now think as a router 1. This is your router routing table. Routing table is saying what? This network directly connected, 10 network, you can see 10 network here. Then 20 via static, 20 is here. Then 100 directly connected, it's here. So router 1 directly connected and 200 again via static. Whatever directly connected, their local IP you can see 10.10. This is via static. This is directly connected 100 and IP is 100.254. This is via static. Right now, this router 1 only able to route the packet for this core network. For other, no. So here also what? Default routing. IP, route, any other network, any other subnet mask, where I want to go, this router. What is that IP? 10.100. See here, already we mentioned. Sorry. Everywhere intentionally I take the IP 100 for internet. This router via 100 reach to internet and this router via 100 reach to this internet. Okay, as I told you in the beginning, you can take 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes extra, but make a proper topology, then do configure. Now what? Now path is clear. So see the PC. Previously I'm getting replay from here. Now let me try to ping. Now I will get the request out because my request is going. Again, you can understand properly. PC1 sending packet for what? 111. Not matching with the self IP. Subnet mask not matching. So what? It will count as a different network. And for that default gateway, packet forward here. Router receiving the packet from this network 100.101 and destination 1111. So for that router checking the routing table entry not matching, but now we have default routes. So it will forward here. Again, source IP will be 192.168.100.101 destination 11. Remember guys, source IP, destination IP will not change. So this router also what? This whole router intermediate router. Like I told you yesterday, perimeter device. So this router again having a default routing, packet forwarding here. Here we have 111, yes. But now this ISP don't know how to replay here. So again, non-technical scenario, what? In this router, I will do routing for this network. But that is not actually as a real scenario. Why? Because real scenario, ISP not able to do routes for private network. Private network anywhere possible. All company having their own local scenario with private IP. So remember this point. Technically, if you want to talk, then what? Private IP not routable in public network. Remember this line, otherwise note it down. Private IP not routable in public network. So there are no meaning to configure static routing on the ISP router. Here I can do non-technical things. I can do the manually static routing in this router, that if you want to go here, this is your next stop. Okay, but it is, you can say, my own scenario. This, if I want to apply on real scenario, not possible. Getting it? So in real scenario, what? In real scenario, this router will do the translation. This private IP convert into public IP. So for that, I will do here netting. Before that, if you want to check again, as I told you that we can't access the ISP, but right now, just for your understanding, if I open this router again, and here I run one command, debug IP ICMP. After this command, what happened? Anyone remember? This already we learned for troubleshooting. If anyone remember. This debug means what? So the backend process. But not all backend process. I only want to see for this. Debug command is only specially for troubleshooting. There are lots of services, process running on the router in background. If all process start showing here, then it's just scrolling up and scrolling up and scrolling up. You're not able to configure anything. There are lots of process running. Let's say right now in my Windows, only 3 software running: Packet Tracer, Zoom, and Notepad. But if I open the task manager, do I find that 3 software or lots of? Lots of. If all windows, let's say, open, my windows become messy. I can't do focus on my proper 3 software work. So backend process not was visible, only you started, that is visible. So this command is for showing backend process. But don't start for all. Remember, if you start for all, then lots of notification and you are not able to run the command. Only start whatever is you require. And by this keeping in front of you, again from the PC, let me try to ping. So you can see packet coming here from what? From private IP. Path already I show you. Now it is showing backend process that your router receiving the packet. So your router means what? ISP, not your router, sorry. ISP is receiving your packet. And they try to replay. It is what it is, replay. Your ISP want to replay from this IP to this IP, but ISP don't know what is this, who is this. So again, remember the path, guys. From my PC, default gateway here, router 1 default routing here, edge router default routing here. Packet able to reach, but replay not possible because my IP is private IP and here it is ISP. So for that, no need to do routing. What you need to do? Translation. Private IP convert in public, so public communication start. So what I will do, let me take you to the edge router. Now, first of all, understand this command. Don't start writing together. This concept is important to understand. Then I will give time to write. So what you need to do? IP net. Like we have IP access list, before that IP DHCP, whatever the things related to multiple network and everything, that mostly starting with IP. IP net. And then what? IP net inside. Source static. Again, here we have both options, like static and dynamic. So first I will show you manually, because once you understand manual process, then automatic you are able to understand. IP inside source static. Manually you want to do translation. Net means what? Network address translation. NAT. Okay. To understand what you want to translate, that if this local IP will come here, then I will translate in public IP. So according to the configuration, first you need to type local IP, whatever the source. What is that? 192.168.1.100. And then new IP. 50.50.50, let's say 101. Any IP from that your public network. So translation done. Okay. But not activate. Like ACL. In the global mode, when you run the command, it is just you create the rules. So right now you create a translation rules. But that you need to specify from where it is coming and where they want to go, then these rules apply. In ACL only in or out, here both together. In ACL, what we learned yesterday, either it is for incoming, either it is for outgoing. Here what? Here you are doing translation. So you need to specify that some packet coming from here and want to go here. Then I will translate, or packet coming here and want to go here, or packet coming from here and want to go here. Which direction you want to apply translation? So what we require from here, someone receive, and if the packet want to go this side, that means this interface will become inside, this interface become outside, both together. Interface gigabit 00 IP net inside. See guys, here we don't have any sequence number or standard X, it is just the rules. Okay, that's why here also no any number, just inside. IP net inside, exit, then interface gigabit 01 IP net outside. Now these rules what I created, that work properly. Now they got the idea, if you receive the packet here and they want to go here, then do translation. Now again, keep this ISP router in front of you. Let me put some enter, so gap. And again, I will do the ping. Now how I see the request? Previously, private IP requesting. Now, request coming from public IP, means ISP don't know who's requesting. ISP only know that this router, which is my client, where I provide the internet, they want to access. Internally who? No one knows. Getting it? Now private IP, public network don't know. And because of this, you can see my ping replay properly. You can do ping again. I'm getting replay. For this scenario, routing is not the solution. For this scenario, translation is the solution. Whenever you want to communicate internally, locally, private IP, but different network, then routing. But whenever you want to communicate internal to external, then translation. Is this point clear, everyone? Confirm me in the chat box, online people. And classroom people reply here. Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Good. Any question, confusion, you can ask. Now understand, here I use the different IP if anyone notice. My router IP actually 50, 50, 50, 50. And for translation, I use 51. Sorry, 101. 101 we use, right? This is possible because I have this network. Otherwise, maybe your IP 50 and 101 in the different network after subnetting, right? So what? This is one point. Now, second point. Let's say if my company have 100 employees, then I require 100 public IP for this kind of translation, right? And also 100 manually entering. This command I'm talking, guys. This is the command for what? Only one translation. Same way, these two PC want to go to use internet. Okay. So first of all, here I want to configure default routing like we done here in router 1. Okay. Let me show you proper real scenario with the multiple network. So I am taking you to router 2. Enable configure terminal. According router 2, same scenario you can see. For network, 10 via static. For router 2, 20 is directly connected and local IP 20.10. 100 via static. And for router 2, 200 directly connected from that local IP 254. See the scenario here. This side 20.10. This side 20.254. Let me do one thing. Let's specify here because now all IP we require together. In this interface only, let me specify. This is 10 network 10.10. This is 20 network 20.10. This is 200.254, 100.254. I hope everyone able to understand, right? This side what we have? 50 and this side 100. 50, 50, 50, 50. And here default gateway 50, 50, 100. This side, na? Yeah, this side we have that. 0/1 we have 50 public IP. This side again we have 100. Okay. Anyone confusion? Twenty dot 10, 20.100 is a default gateway. This. So now again as a router 2, we don't have connectivity for unknown network. So IP, route, any network, any subnet mask, and want to go where? Default gateway there. So this router, if they find non-network, it will do routing accordingly. If unknown network, just forward here, and this router forward again. So again what? Now PC2 and PC3 request able to go here, but not able to communicate without translation. Okay, if you want to see again what? ISP I will keep in front of you and try to ping from PC2. ISP and PC2. Try to ping. Let's say 8.8.8.8. Packet coming. From where? PC2 having 102 IP or 103. Why? Okay, DHCP, right? Today we start. So they change the new IP. Everyone remember here we configure DHCP, auto IP. Okay. So what is the PC3 IP? And that is 102. Okay. It's a packet tracer. Now this is PC3. Not allow duplicate names. Okay. Okay. PC3 103 IP, PC2 102 IP. Okay. So PC2 command and ISP keep in front of you. Ping 8.8.8.8. So now PC2 take it coming from PC2. Okay, so again what? Like we discuss on the above side network, your PC forward here, router forward here, and these are forward to internet. Same here, PC2 and 3 able to forward router 2 because of default gateway. Then router 2 have default routing forward here, and this route also have default routing forward here. But not able to communicate because of private network. So for that, if I want to do translation again, in the middle router, edge router, this command again, that if any IP coming from 102, 200 network, then convert in this 102. And if coming from 103, then 103. Now check PC2 want to ping ISP. Let's put some enter, so gap. And again try to ping PC2, try to ping. Not translating, why? Not apply. Very good. Who are not remember, guys, focus. We apply this as an interface inside. What I told you while creating the rules. In the global mode, whenever you type, it is just you creating the rules, not applying. So later we apply here that this to this. Same way I need to apply here that this is our inside interface and this is outside. So outside already decided. Here I need to run command that this is also your inside interface. Only then it will translate, otherwise not. So intentionally I show you by just creating the rules. According edge router, rules is right. There is no any error, no any problem, but it will not affect. So which interface we have? 0/2. Interface gigabit 0/2 IP net inside. That's it, guys. Now again keep ISP in front of you, put some gap, and now again check from the PC2. IP translating. Previously we are getting from 102 private IP. Now we are getting request from public IP. And because of that, there should be ping, but it is just saying request time. No, okay, ping done. You can do one more time. Ping is working fine. So now what? First problem is what? Manual. Static. Not as a problem, but you can say not scalable. You can say some features missing. If I have 100 PC, then 100 command. So we have dynamic. In dynamic, we need to follow the 5-step process. Right now, only 2 steps. Sorry, 3 steps. Inside, outside, and actual rules. Or you can say first actual rules you creating, then apply inside, outside. 3 steps. But if you want to do dynamic, 2 steps extra. But overall, only 2 steps extra. Otherwise, what 100 IP 100 times. Compared to that, 2 extra rules is okay. Getting my point? So let me explain first normal here. Do one thing before that, write this command for normal net. All command is visible here, just write down. Then I will show you dynamic. Able to see? Done, guys? The first command and last two command is same. Just we are creating rules. The middle command is what for? Applying. Everyone, not down done. Okay. So now understand here. You can say dynamic net. But also I'm telling it is right now optional. Okay. But what is the latest running having the same steps? So I'm providing this training like what? REAP is optional. But if you understand REAP, then other routing protocol become easy. Same way. Dynamic net using in very rare case. Otherwise, we have some more option also, which is known as a paid. But step by step will come. So for dynamic net, we have what? 5 steps. Step 1, you can say, decide your private IP list, or you can say group. Okay. Step 2, what we have? Don't write together. Okay. Later, I will also specify command here. Right now, don't write together. Just understand. Second step, what we have? Decide your public IP range, or you can say list. Here, not a group. Why? Because it is in the one range. It's not like different. Well, private IP, we have multiple different network. Sales, marketing, HR. So I'm talking as a group. Then step 3, merge this private IP with public IP for translation. Previously, what we are doing? One translation. Now we are doing group wise, list wise. And then step 4, 5, I hope you get the idea. Inside, outside, specify. Step 4, specify inside interface. And step 5, specify outside interface. In step, any confusion, then ask. No? Now understand how we can specify the group list. Default gateway, no. ACL. Like I told you, third use of the ACL. That's why we cover ACL first. For selecting traffic. First, what I told you, permit or deny, allow or block. Third use of ACL is what? Selecting traffic. Okay, so here you can say this you can do with ACL. Okay, like what you need to select the network, but again, how you select the network? By specifying ACL rules. Either one IP, either entire network, both options you know that we have. Now here, understand. If you want to change the address, what is your focus? Only IP address? Or what they want to do? What I want to say, guys, this PC want to go outside and want to use internet. Now in internet, anything they can do. Getting my point? What is our focus right now? Just private IP will be changed in the public. Able to understand scenario? So here we can easily use standard ACL. Getting it? Standard ACL only focus on the source IP, and that is our requirement. I don't want to do any deeper analysis that it is going to use Google, it is going to use Facebook or Instagram or what. Why they want to go outside? Where they want to talk? In internet, anything possible. So we can't specify the destination. Agree or not? If we not able to specify destination, that means extended ACL not able to use. So for translation, standard ACL is the best option. Otherwise, you can create extended, no worry. If your target is more specific, that my IP can go outside only if they want to open YouTube, otherwise not. Then what? Extended ACL. But that is, you will not find everywhere. That kind of extra filtration done by firewall, security device. Your router and translation not focusing on that. So again, in the real scenario also, mostly you find standard ACL. Able to understand real scenario concept, guys? So here, in this router, let's say, again, if you want to use name or number, your choice. But standard is okay. Name standard, number standard, your choice. But in that also, I will suggest what? Name. Because by chance any mistake, we have option to edit. In number, everything gone. So IP, access, dash list, then specify standard if it is a name, and then name. So this ACL I'm creating for what? Translation. Which translation? If you want all things in one together rules, then give a common name. Otherwise, let's say for different network, you are going to create different ACL, then give a name according specific network. Here for translation, only one ACL we are going to use. So one. You can say IP translation. This is my name. Okay. And then here what? Permit. Understand, guys? Whenever you want to use ACL for selecting traffic, that means always permit. So whatever rules you create here, that all will be select the traffic, rest of thing auto deny. You know that implicit rules yesterday we discussed. Automatically rest of thing denies. Only create the permit rules. In this kind of scenario, whenever you want to use ACL only for selecting traffic, always permit. So permit, then what? It is standard ACL, so only host. So if you want to specify only one specific IP, that QIP can use internet, Q not, then specify as a host and single IP. Okay. But if you want that entire sales department can use internet, then you can specify here network ID. Okay. So permit what? 192.168.200.0 network. Okay. And same way, 100 network. That's it. You no need to write deny command. Rest of thing, deny. So your first step is done. Let me write here so you can write together. And this copy. Very old. I'm just putting in sequence. 100 first, 200 later. So step 1 is ready. We select the traffic, but will not apply on the interface. Otherwise, actually this permit and deny happen. I don't want to actually block the communication. I want this ACL to use in the net here. So create the rules. So rules 1, sorry, step 1 we done with what? This you can do with ACL. Same here. This you can do with public IP pool. Like we have DHCP pool, same we'll creating net pool. Okay, so what we have second step, IP net pool, and give the pool name. It is your choice. So let's say I'm talking here. Let's say what? Public IP. And then you can see starting IP. What is your range? So see here, according this, what we have 50 IP and here 100 IP. Suppose in between all IPs are 51 to 99. So that I can specify here 50.50.50.51. And then you can do question mark. It is asking last IP. Then net mask. What is that? Subnet mask. That if you are assigning this IP, what would be the subnet mask for this? Same like a DHCP, but it is what? Not assigning new IP, just translating old IP. So this IP should be part of this subnet. So this is your step number 2. Create the public IP pool. Any confusion in this command? Ask me, guys. Anyone? You need to specify static IP, ending IP, and that IP subnet mask. So anyone will translate from this IP. Okay. Then it will use this IP with this subnet mask, or maybe 52 number IP with this subnet mask, anything from this range. But dynamic. And then what? Merge this. So indirectly what? You need to merge ACL for private IP and net pool for public IP. Anyone have confusion? Again, ask me right now here. So for that, what is the command we have? Previously, what command we have? Same IP net inside source. We write the same command. IP net inside source. But previously what we have? Static. Now what we have? Dynamic. And for that means static and source. Source we specify manually. Now where we have the source in SEL? So here command is what? List. Now we don't have one IP. We have the list. Source list. Where? SEL. This. This is your list. Source list is here. Okay, and then what? See here. Source IP static, and then what? Destination, sorry, public. Translation, not destination, sorry. Source and translation. So here what we have? Translation, pool. Source we have list. Translation we have pool. Which pool? This. That's it. Enter. Same format. But previously we are using one. Now list. Any confusion in this? Then also ask. Otherwise, this is going to become your third step. And then this is already you know. And already we have in this router. So now understand, if I do so run all thing, if you want to see together, then you can see 0 already inside, 1 outside, and 2 also inside. It's already there. This inside, this outside. 0 and 2 inside, 1 outside. And you can see we have both. This also, this also. So I will not suggest that keep static and dynamic together. So this command we need to remove. No. Again no. Again no. Okay. Whatever the static things we have, that I remove. And again you can check. So 0 again inside is there only, outside is there only, second inside also there only. And then we have this. Intentionally I remove later. Why? I want to show you. It's not same like ACL. We can remove one by one whenever, because all are separate. That is static, this is dynamic. Getting it? Think in the ACL also, if you created static, standard ACL and extended. If you remove standard, extended not remove. Even in the number. No doubt later we have solution with name also, but even in the number, standard extended both separate. Same here, static dynamic different. Otherwise, right sequence is what? Old remove, then apply new. So we have list and translation. List from the IP translation. That ACL is here. This is become our private IP, and public IP is here. This become a public IP. Whenever anyone coming from either 00 or 02, and if they want to go to 01, it will translate. Now let me show you. This is like a DHCP. Whoever requests first, they will take first IP. Now it is not a fixed, not a manually, not a static. So now again, for your understanding, in the ISP, keep this in front of you and go to the PC number 1. And I try to ping this. So 51 IP automatically. I not do this manual translation. You know that I select the private IP, I select the public IP. Okay. Again, put some gap in ISP. Then go to the PC2. 52 IP. Go to PC3. PC3 not open. It's not like same IP. Okay, anywhere. you want to ping because it is a standard ACL. So 53 IP now. Okay. I can show you one more thing here with the router. Let's say router want to go outside. Now understand, PC is connected by a router only, but PC able to use internet, router able to use or not? Tell me. Online people, anyone? PC are using internet via router only, right? But if I want to access this IP or if I want to communicate this IP from the router, it will work or not? No?
No, because the source IP source subnet is different. So we need to configure net for the source subnet as well. That's 172.16.0.0.
Your answer is right. Okay, but anyone still want to add something because partially still something missing. Okay. So router don't have 192 series IP. Think everyone. Router have a 192 series IP or not? Tanvir?
Yes, it does.
Then generally your first answer is right, and as a CCNA that is enough. But I'm just giving you real scenario and understanding. Let's say from the router number 2, I try to access and you can see the ISP. I'm getting a request by default from this, and this IP not allowed in the ACL. But again, it's not blocking. ACL we apply only on the translation, not in the interface. So it is not count as a source. And no translation indirectly, no internet. Getting it?
Yep.
But suppose if in this same router, if you remember in the beginning I show you that we can change the source. If I specify that I want to access this IP from router, but not with the default IP. Default IP means what? Wherever the destination, that side IP it will take. So right now it is taking this IP. But I want to go this side by this source. Then possible.
Okay. So you specify the source and using the source IP, you ping it across.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Everyone able to understand or need to repeat? It is real scenario concept, so confirm me first. Everyone. Okay. Understand one simple behavior of the router. What is that? If router have a destination network entry, reachability, then no doubt it is reachable, but which it will use as a source? The nearest IP to the destination. So if router want to go this side, it will use this IP as a source. If router want to go this side, it will use this IP as a source. So right now I want to use internet. So router want to go this side, and that's why this IP IP address is a source IP. And this IP is what? This series. That series not allowed in the router. And that's why no internet. But in the same router, if I tell that you want to go this side, but use this IP interface manually, then again, this IP is part of this network and this network allowed. Clear?
I think, Nikunj, I have seen this in HP switches as well, layer 3 switches, where you can ping IP addresses you can specify a source IP address to ping destinations.
Everywhere you can do. It's not like L3 switch. In L2 also you can do.
Okay.
Okay. Switch okay. Not started. From tomorrow we'll start switch. I will show you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So everyone again understand. If I do normal ping, what happen? It will use the source of this interface. That you can see in the ISP. In ISP, I am getting request from other private IP which is here. And that IP on the edge router I not allowed. I only allow user network, not the other network. Because user want to use internet, not the router. Okay. So from the router, what I will do, I just type the ping. Remember this process? So protocol, let it be. Target IP is what? Internet, whatever. We have two IP. One is Cloudflare, one is Google. How many time ping? Whatever. By default 100 says let it be. By default every 2 seconds it will ping. Yes. Then here extended command. Yes. I want more command. Source address. Now specify from which source IP you want to ping. So I want to ping from router number 2, 200.254. Okay. Now rest of thing just as it is default and just wait. It's going and check the ISP side. It is getting public IP. Anyone confusion? Online people, is it clear? This side?
Yep.
Clear. Good. Same thing you can do in the router 1 side. If I try to ping, normally it will not, because again ISP notice it is a private IP. But if I do here only ping, specifying target 8.8.8, same target. Yes, and source, let's say 192.168.100.254. Ping going, and this time ISP noticing it's a new IP, private IP. Remember, IP address, when I try to ping, it is just connection request gone, replay come and session finish. If session will be continue, then 53 IP not use, 54, 55 comes in the picture. But when you are doing ping, then this IP is again able to use by second, the third, all multiple users. But at a time, only maximum 49 user because we have 49 public IP. And that is again one more problem. Still we have auto translation. Not auto, but dynamic. Now one problem is solved, scalability. Okay. Like what? 10 IP, then we don't need to type 10 rules. 100 IP, we don't need to type 100 rules. Just 2 steps extra, specify source address. So we specify what? Network. Entire network. So in that another 254 IP, another 254 IP, total indirectly possibility is what? 498. 254, sorry, 508. 508 IP possible in these two networks. Well, public IP we have only 49. So from that 508 private user at a time, only 49 user use the internet, other not. And suppose company have 1000 employee and they using 1000 internet connection, obviously no. Here we have lots of students. You all are able to use internet with the Wi-Fi. So do we have that number of internet connection? No. Whenever we take new admission, we'll take new internet connection? No. Okay. So that's what, that is the still problem we have in this. So dynamic net is what? Better compared to static, but still not the final solution. What is final solution? Dynamic PAT. PAT means port address translation. Till now what we are doing? One entire IP to one another entire IP. But now we'll not do one IP to one IP. We'll do port translation. If anyone have idea, Already we discussed actually different port number. In one IP, we can use 65,535 port number. We discussed already this number. For one protocol, different port number. So same way, because of this, one IP using one IP, one port number. Second PC also using one IP, but second port number. Third PC also using one IP, but third port number. Fourth PC also using first IP only, but fourth port number. That way, one port separately for different connects. So from one IP, multiple user can use internet together. This is actually solution for lacking IP address. Net is not the solution for IP because still we require that same IP. 50 user, 50 IP, 10 user, 10 IP. This is not the solution for IP lacking concept. But this is that. So before I start this, just note down above side guys. These all notes I don't have, so I'm giving you that I'm noting down. Other topics notes I'm sharing in the drive only. Hmm? Hmm? Yes, you can. No, if it is a name SCL, then you need to write the name. And according name, router will not understand that it is standard of SCL, so you need to specify. Yeah, you can do that. But that is not directly connect with translation concept. Getting it? Yeah, you can use that. Why are you connecting this concept? I already explained in the beginning. Wildcard mask and subnet mask both for what? Network. It is in the same network or different network. Private or public, whatever. Same or different. That is wildcard mask. Subnet mask, wildcard mask, whatever. It is just checking what? Whatever I want to talk, that IP and my IP in the same network or different. It is private or public, I don't care. So in that case, network can be also written. That is the topic. Some topics supporting subnet mask, some topics supporting wildcard mask. In SCL, we have wildcard mask. It's not like private IP, so I type the wildcard mask. It's according topic, their features. I not create that topic. and I will make a same format. Netpad. Okay. And when I want to configure the IP address in the interface, we are using subnet mask. When I want to use the SCL or I want to advertise the routing protocol, then I'm using wildcard mask. So they created the command. We just need to follow this. Indirectly, both are same. Subnet mask or wildcard mask. Don't connect with the private or public IP. But which topic you are using, according that you need to remember which topic supports subnet mask, which topic support wildcard mask. Done, guys, everyone? Step 3. Okay, let me go upside. Hello. 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 Okay, I'm just doing some experiments. I'm on it to south. Okay. Online people, just confirm am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Got down done. So let's understand this part. So now understand all steps are same. Just one keyword change, not even one command. That's why I told you that let's understand this better. So you can use the same thing if you want to use, otherwise you can write again. Okay, what is that? Here, will not specify the range. Will specify the command format same, but first IP and last IP should be same. That I only have the one IP in my list. Format you need to follow this. That you have source IP list and you have pool. But in that pool, you will specify only one IP. Getting it? And then Here, when you are applying, there is a one keyword after that, that is overload. That if your pool is finished, first user coming to use first IP, then also allow second user, third user, then automatically it will give the different port number. That two thing is changed. Okay. So here what I will do, let's go to the edge router, enable, configure terminal. If you understand dynamic net properly, then only dynamic pet will be easy. Otherwise, some confusion. Okay. So now understand. Step 1, decide the source IP is as it is. Step 2, different. Okay. Format is same. Logic I told you. Inside, outside as it is. But this we discuss full. So what? No. Cannot destroy it is using. Okay. This one more thing extra, guys. If already someone using that IP, during that you can't change. Okay. Means what? Someone already using the internet connection. Let's say PC1 already doing something in internet. On that time, your translation is in use. On that time, you can't change. So for that, if you want to do forcefully, come back to privilege mode. And here you can run this command. So IP net translation. It is not showing. Why? Then why this is there? Okay, no worry. Even it is giving us then same command we have clear. IP net translation and star. Star means as a Linux and program, anything. So whatever translation may be running in background, remove it. Or you can run multiple times, that is not the issue. Again, configure terminal and try to remove this. Full public IP is in use, cannot destroy. Okay, then go in sequence. First remove this, remove the pull. No, paste. And then this. Okay. So now again same command. IP net pool public IP list. First IP is 51 and let's say last IP also 51. As it is, entire thing. It is not giving error. Indirectly what? In your pool, you have only one IP. 51 to 51. That means only one IP. What is third steps? Step 1 local ACL as it is. Second step we change. Now third step what? Assign that, which we remove here, this part. So again same command, because we given the same name. So IP net inside. For source we have list this, and for destination we have this pool. Okay, and then what? Overload. You can see this can also correct. Before I not type the overload. But when I type overload, that means what? Even there is a one IP and it is, let's say, using by someone. Then also that same IP they allow to use by second, third, fourth by overload in background port number. So let me show you now properly. Again, I will take you to the ISP. Keep this in front of you. And then again try to ping from PC1. Which IP I'm getting? 51. Ping from PC2. 51. You can put some gap if someone confusing. And then PC3. 51. Any source, any destination. Not actually any source, but whatever you decide in the ACL, that from that ACL any source and anywhere they want to go. All time it will use 51 IP. So now actually internet don't know who's communicating with me. Sales department, admin, PC2, PC3, who? ISP don't know. This is using as a real scenario that one public IP, you are able to use multiple private IP. And that is the solution for lacking IP address. Everyone, is this clear? Online people, confirm me in the chat box. Online people? Yes, Manoj. Tanvir, Aditya, what about you? And here classroom people, left side, right side. All thing clear? Any confusion, then ask me right now. Because now we'll start totally new topic. One-to-one translation, net. Multiple IP to one IP translation, PET. One-to-one manual translation, static net. One-to-one dynamic translation, dynamic net. And multiple to one again, dynamic PET. Any confusion, then ask. Everyone clear? Okay, then let's go forward with the new topic. Okay. So now we are going to start our switching concept. Okay, all routing things done. Single network, multiple network, IP address, subnet mask, default gateway, static routing, dynamic routing, inside the dynamic RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, everything related to routing done. Okay. Now what? Once connected done, you also able to understand that I want to allow all communication or filtration limitation, then SCL. Internal communication, regular routing, external communication, we require network. Getting it? So entire things for routing done. Now we'll focus on the switching concepts. Till now, you know that this switch we are taking just for what? Connecting PC. But here also we have more management. So that topic is now our focus. And this is not that much because local network, how many topics? Okay. So this you can say will use maximum 2-3 days, entire switching done. And next week about all advanced topics. Means whatever the other advanced technology, which is not related to normal networking. But still in your CCNA, it's there. So right now understand, in this switch, what I want to do, let's say this switch also I want to manage from by remaining one location. This is the admin. They want to manage this switch. If both are directly connected, or let's say in the same location, then again what? We have console cable. Otherwise, what I discuss, we can do remote access, telnet SSH. So that thing also we have in the switch. So that thing I no need to repeat. Okay. In the switch also we can do telnet SSH. So later what? They can communicate. But what you need to remember that in the switching, right now this is known as a layer 2 switch, which is working on the MAC address. You know that till now we configure any IP here? No. It is just allowed to connect multiple devices within a same network. And in background, it will communicate via MAC address. Okay. So whatever the interface we have in this switch, these all are what? Layer 2 interface. Only able to understand MAC address. Okay. But if I want to manage this switch from anywhere else, then we require IP. So for management purpose, they are giving one virtual interface by default. And there we can configure IP, not in the physical interface. Like we have fastest 001. In that we not configure IP. In router, what we are doing, we are configure IP here because this whole interface L3, layer 3, which is understand IP. But switch physical interface is what? By default L2. Okay. There I will not configure. I will show you. Let me open the switch now. enable, configure terminal, all things same. Indirectly, it is a iOS. Internet networking operating system. I told you in the beginning. I can use Windows 10 in laptop or I can use Windows 10 in computer. Indirectly, both are Windows 10. Few concepts change according hardware, but rest of thing same. Now, first of all, again, here we have multiple switch, then you can give the host name. And let's say SW1, switch 1. Now what? Here you can say interface, fast Ethernet, what we have here? 01. And try to run the command IP, question mark. What we have? R or DHCP. Okay. Do we have address command? No. Still, let's say you try to type any IP, okay, whatever. I just want to show the command will not work. It is directly tearing from here only. Command is wrong. You can type this way also. It's not working. Because with the A, we only have the option like R. Okay. So exit and now run this command. So IP interface brief. So you will find all fast Ethernet list 0/1 to 21, then 23, 24. As I told you, this switch have a lots of physical interface, but only for L2, local network connectivity. Then you have 2 extra gigabit that known as a uplink port. And then you can see 1 extra virtual. All are normally down. As I told you, plug and play. If anyone remember, whenever I connect the cable, it will start automatically. Do we require any shutdown, no shutdown command? No. So these all physical interface are by default plug and play. Cable connect, it will start. Cable remove, it will stop. So right now it is showing what? Down. But this interface is administratively down. Means manually shut down. If you want to use for management purpose, like I told you, remote access, telnet SSS, then you can assign IP here and then no shutdown command, like we are doing in router 3. Everyone able to understand? So let's do that. Interface VLAN 1. It's a VLAN, okay? Here try to give IP. Now we need to give meaningful IP. So same network, what we have here, 100 network. Here we have 101 IP. Here we have 254 IP. Think as a real scenario, what I told you. For all other device, mostly IP from 0 to 99. Not 0, sorry, 1 to 99. So here I will give IP, let's say 80, 90, whatever in between. As a switch, I'm using 50 IP. So IP address 192.168.100.50. And you can see here it is working. So this virtual interface is giving for management purpose. Okay. All other, this interface are what? L2, layer 2. There you're not able to configure IP address. And then no shutdown also because it is administratively down. All other physical interface, just normal down, plug and play. And then try to check communication from PC number 1. Ping 192.168.100.50. First packet will drop, looking for the MAC address. Then communication start. So now this 50 IP also able to communicate. Okay, and because of that, here also I can start telnet. Same command. What is that? Line VTY 0 or you can say 0 to 4. It is your choice how many remote access connection you want to allow. If you want to allow 5 connection, then 0 to 4. 3 connection, then 0 to 2. It is sequence continue. Okay, it's not 0 and 4. It is 0 to 4. And then now already you learned the advanced thing that username, password you can specify. Then don't directly give only login. I will suggest give login local. From the local database allow to login. That's it. And then create that local database, username, Let's say simple test, password test. Now this user try to log in, then what? Then you require enable password because this user will get access of greater than sign. User mode only. Then you require enable password. Otherwise, you can create an admin user. Name is anything. It's not like admin name only, but admin level user. Username is what? Admin. If you want to give any other, you can. But level should be 15. And then password. Let's say admin. In real scenario, this will not suggest. Same username, same password. I hope you understand. Okay. So because of this, now this PC1 able to take a telnet. Okay, here what? Switch IP. Username. First, I will show you with the test. Password test. I am in the switch one. Telnet working? Yes. But because of this user don't have full access, I am in the user mode. Again, I try to take a telnet. Username admin. Password admin. And this user have authority. I am directly in switch one privilege mode. So this whole thing same. In background, again, remember switch device also having the same iOS like a router. But level of authority or features are different. Okay. Hardware different and hardware compatibility, ability different. OS same. Anyone have confusion? Then tell me. Online people, till now, whatever you discuss, 3 mode are same: user, configure, privilege, or in sequence, let's say user, privilege, then configure. 3 mode are same. All other command also same. Telnet SSH concept also same for remote access. Anyone confusion? Online people, confirm me, please.
No, sir.
Okay. So now, let's understand other things. Let's say same thing I configure in switch 2. I will configure the IP address on the VLAN so that this admin can able to manage this switch. Getting it? Right now, this switch also that the admin is what? I told you in the beginning only, it's not like roaming around first floor, second floor, third floor. It's remember sitting on the one location, or if there is some doubt, some problem, then it will go. For their daily task, it's not roaming around. For their daily task, it is they're doing remote access. So switch to, I will do the same thing. Enable, configure terminal, host name, let's say switch to, interface, VLAN 1, IP address, it is a second network, 192.168.200.50. And then line VTY04 and login local. Now understand, I am not creating test user because now it is only we are configured for admin. So username, admin, privilege 15 and password admin. Okay. So because of this what, now this switch also start the telnet things with the IP address of 50. So tell me guys, now admin able to access this switch, routing and everything we have. Tell me guys, yes or no? Can I able to manage switch 2 from PC1? No, why? Admin only configure, na? Other will configure switch. What command I run, that is actually run by admin only. not the other user. And admin don't know what is the IP of switch. Think properly. As a device, if you're talking, then PC able to reach here or not? That already routing we done. PC to default gateway to static routing. That already be done. As a device also reachable and as a user also, admin know what is the IP I configure here. Anyone else? Any other reason? Yusuf?
I think we have not specified the IP address using which the switch will be managed. That's what I would
No, we
think.
configure the VLAN IP, na? That is by default for management. VLAN 1 is by default for management, that I told you.
Not able to think.
Where we give the 200.50 IP. Like in switch 1, I access with the 100.50. Same here, I configure 200.50.
Okay. Okay.
Normal networking concept, I'm asking what we already learned. There's only one topic which is part of switch but related to routing. So I'm covering together. In tomorrow's session, only switch, no router. Switch to PC1. Yes. Switch to have the local IP and subnet mask. Okay. According admin, how to reach here? Admin know. Admin PC have a default gateway. Router have a static routing. And according this topology, in this router also we have static routing. Okay. But let's say router have a static routing. That means not PC also not automatically. PC require default gateway. Then only PC will send the request. Same way, device. This switch to also what? We configure the IP. That IP responsible to communicate local network. Not for other. Here again, remember guys, switch is what? L2 device. Right now, what IP we configure, it is only for management. By configure IP is not become router. That means it is also one simple device as a network. And they also require default gateway to replay back. If you want to see, from my PC, try to ping 192.168.200. Let's say, first of all, this. I am able to reach to second network. My PC able to reach here. That means path is clear. Did I just show you? PC1 able to communicate PC2 and 3. Path is clear. Same way if I try to communicate this.
Default route is required.
Getting it? It is giving request time, not the unreachable. That's why I show you ping with the PC also. Path is clear. Okay. In the switch also, remember this simple point that if admin and switch both are not in the same network and still admin want to manage, then switch also require the path to replay to admin. Admin already know all reachability, but other device don't know. Everyone able to understand? As a network, this switch also what? Simple network member, not the router. Router have the routing. Okay. One last comparison I'm giving. Let's say in the router, I configure the static routing and everything to reach to admin. But according to PC, I only give the IP address subnet mask, not the default gateway. PC able to replay? No. That we discussed in the beginning. One router and two network. Everyone remember that? Without default gateway, PC not able to replace second network. Same thing in the switch. Without default gateway, it will not able to replace other network. Okay. Within same network possible. You can say from the switch 2. If I try to ping PC number 2, I can. PC number 3. I can. Router. Same network. I can. But the same router. I can't. This router, this side IP 20.10. Same router. Switch 2 able to communicate router 2, but only within a network. Same network IP. Because right now again switch don't know other network. So here what? It's not a graphical. Like in PC, what we do? Default gateway. Graphically, we have IP address, subnet mask, and default gateway. Here it is not there. And it is also not a router, then we'll do the default routing. Here we need to give the default gateway only. So we have command this way, IP default gateway. And then give the IP. That for other network, you can go here. After this, try to ping from admin. I can. Okay. Anyone, any confusion? This scenario asking in the interview, remember. For PC, everyone pop up. Default gateway required. For router, everyone pop up. Router required. Routing required. But for the switch, they confuse or they forget. So if we talk about layer 2 switch, okay, but try to think as a communication, then it is also a normal member. We require IP address, subnet mask, and not the routing, just a default gateway. Everyone clear this point? So because of this connectivity, now again admin can handle, manage switch 2 also. Telnet. Username only admin, password admin. I'm in the switch 2. And then I want to configure switch 1, then 100.50. I'm in the switch 1. So these are admin. By remaining in one location, manage everything. Okay. So what things we started in the router, how to access the router remotely, that same thing I done with the switch. In the switch also possible. Okay. Then second thing what we discussed, DHCP thing. That router can give IP automatically. Same way switch also can give IP automatically. We can configure DHCP also in the switch. Same command, okay? Let me take you to the switch 2. IP, DHCP, pool. And pool name. Let's say I'm giving simple, let's say P name for pool name. Then network. What network? Same network nominee. You will not get idea which DHCP giving IP. If you want to see here that IP given by switch or PC, sorry, switch or router, then use different network. Okay. Let's say here I'm using 192, 168 and only 20, not the 200. Okay. And then what? Default router. Now default router is not the switch. It's router only. And if you want to exclude some address, same thing. IP, DHCP, exclude address. Let's say I don't want to assign that regular common scenario. First IP to 99. All thing is same. Anyone have confusion, then ask me. So whatever things we have also available in the switch, but only we see in the router, so that I compare. Do you find any single changes in the command? No. For configuring IP address, just interface is different. VLAN. Otherwise, rest of command same. For configure telnet, same command. For configure username, same command. Everything same. So whatever common thing right now we have in the router and switch, that we discuss. Anyone want to ask anything? Ask me right now. Yusuf?
No, I have few questions, but I want to do my research first and then ask you.
No.
Not okay.
Some question I think you asking in the beginning for the switch only. Then I told you we'll discuss in switch. What is that?
No, I wanted to know what is the difference. What would be the primary difference between a layer 2 manage L2 switch and a manage as L3 switch?
No. Then just wait for 1-2 session. We'll discuss step by step.
Okay, not a problem. Sir.
Classroom people, anything from your side? So we switching things, whatever other features, let's say if you don't want to give them all load in the router, then DHCP also you can manage from switch. Telnet SSH also you can do from switch. Okay. Properly layer 2 concept from tomorrow. So I will suggest try to revise the basic OSI layer concept. What we discussed specially for layer 2. ARP concept where it is doing resolution IP address to MAC address. Okay. And actually MAC address what we discussed in the beginning. 48-bit, hexadecimal, 2-part. This whole topic compulsory required for tomorrow's session. Okay. Again repeating. Your OSI layer, specially layer 2 concept. Then ARP. Okay. And MAC address. Anyone want to ask anything right now? Can otherwise write down done in the chat box. We'll end here. Anyone? Classroom people? No. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow. Bye-bye.